Today, we're stepping into a time machine and revisiting 10 absolute classics that once ruled consoles and handhelds, and now, they're running smoother than ever on your Android phone. These aren't just old games, they're cultural icons. The kind that defined late-night gaming sessions, sparked playground debates, and made us skip homework just to finish one more mission. And guess what? Thanks to faithful ports and powerful emulators, you can now carry entire gaming eras in your pocket. From open-world crime sagas to bone-crunching wrestling, survival horror nightmares to high-speed street races, we've got it all. Each game on this list is fully playable, surprisingly well-optimized, and packed with hours of unforgettable action. So whether you're reliving your childhood or discovering these gems for the first time, get ready. Your phone is about to become a portal to gaming history. Let's dive in. First up, Grand Theft Auto: San Andreas. This isn't just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon. Originally released in 2004, this open-world epic lets you play as Carl C.J. Johnson, returning to a gang-ridden Los Santos after his mother's murder. Now on Android, it's a 2.5 GB download that brings the entire map, 3 cities, deserts, forests, and mountains right to your screen. It's single-player only, but with over 100 hours of content, you won't miss multiplayer. Drive tanks, fly jets, build muscle at the gym, date girlfriends, or just cause chaos with a jetpack. Yes, really. The touch controls are surprisingly solid, and the remastered visuals look crisp on modern phones. If you've never explored San Andreas, where have you been? And if you have, why not relive it all over again? Next, it's time to step into the ring with WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain, widely considered the greatest wrestling game of all time. Originally a PS2 classic, this Android port, around 1.3 GB, brings back legends like The Rock, Stone Cold, and a young John Cena in their prime. This is single-player only on mobile, but the career mode, called Season Mode, is deep, dramatic, and full of rivalries, title shots, and backstage brawls. The grappling system is smooth, the commentary is iconic, and the ability to create your own superstar? Still unmatched. Controls use touch-based button prompts and directional swipes, making every suplex and finisher feel satisfying. If you've ever wanted to hear "Oh my god, what a move," while slamming Undertaker through a table, this is your game. Now, brace yourself, because Resident Evil 4 is here to terrify you all over again. This survival horror masterpiece redefined the genre with its over-the-shoulder camera, frantic combat, and relentless enemies. The Android version is about 1.8 GB, and it's been beautifully optimized for touchscreens. You play as Leon S. Kennedy, on a mission to rescue the president's daughter from a village full of cultists, who just happen to be infected with mind-controlling parasites. It's single-player only, but every chapter feels like a Hollywood thriller. The virtual controls are intuitive: tap to shoot, swipe to dodge, and the tension? Still unmatched. Chainsaws, Garradors, the infamous boulder chase. If your palms aren't sweating by minute 5, you're made of stone. Ever wanted to be the toughest kid in school? Bully lets you live that fantasy as Jimmy Hopkins, the new kid at Bulworth Academy. This rockstar gem, yes, the GTA creators, is a 1.6 GB download that captures high school life with humor, heart, and hilarious chaos. It's single-player only, but the open campus design lets you attend classes, pull pranks, ride bikes, and even date classmates. The story tackles bullying, friendship, and rebellion, all with a satirical edge. Touch controls handle movement, combat, and minigames smoothly, and the world feels alive with students, teachers, and secret areas. It's like GTA for teens, but smarter, funnier, and way more stylish. Kratos is back and angrier than ever. God of War 2 lands on Android with its mythic scale, brutal combat, and jaw-dropping set pieces fully intact. At 1.9 GB, this port delivers console-quality visuals and smooth performance on most modern devices. You'll battle gods, titans, and monsters across ancient Greece, all in single-player mode. The combat system is deep, with weapon switching, magic attacks, and quick-time events that feel cinematic even on a small screen. Touch controls map attacks, blocks, and special moves to virtual buttons, and while it takes practice, it's incredibly rewarding. If you've never seen Kratos stab Zeus in the chest or ride a Pegasus into battle, you're in for a treat. Now, dim the lights, because Silent Hill 2 is psychological horror at its finest. This isn't about jump scares, it's about dread, guilt, and a fog-shrouded town that reflects your darkest thoughts. The Android version is around 1.2 gigabytes, and while it's based on the mobile remake, it stays true to the original's haunting atmosphere. You play as James Sunderland, searching for his dead wife in Silent Hill. It's single player only, with tank controls adapted for touch. You can also use gyro aiming. The sound design whispers, radio static, distant footsteps will keep you on edge. And that creature design? Pyramid Head still haunts dreams. If you love stories that mess with your mind more than your reflexes, this is essential. Time to hit the streets with Need for Speed Underground 2, the game that turned car culture into an art form. At 1.1 gigabytes, this Android port brings back the neon-lit world of Bayview, where style is just as important as speed. It's single-player only, but the open-world racing, car customization, and underground scene feel incredibly alive. Tune your ride with body kits, neon underglow, and vinyl wraps, then race through tunnels, drift around corners, and outrun the cops. Touch controls use tilt steering or virtual buttons, and the sense of speed? Electrifying. If you've ever dreamed of building your perfect tuner car and dominating the circuit, start your engines. If NFS is about style, Burnout 3: Takedown is about pure, unapologetic chaos. This arcade racer is all about speed, crashes, and taking down rivals in spectacular fashion. The Android version is roughly 900 megabytes, and it captures the game's breakneck energy perfectly. In single-player mode, you'll race, crash, and earn crash dollars in explosive events. The signature takedown mechanic, ramming opponents until they wreck, is as satisfying as ever. Controls are responsive, with tilt or touch options, and the crash physics? Still some of the best in gaming history. Turn off your brain, turn up the volume, and let the carnage begin. From Japan comes Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes, a wild, over-the-top action game where historical warlords wield flaming swords, ride giant bears, and shout dramatic one-liners. At 1.4 gigabytes, this Android port brings the PSP classic to life with vibrant visuals and fast-paced combat. It's single-player only, but the hack-and-slash gameplay is addictive. Choose from dozens of unique heroes, each with flashy combos and special abilities. Mow down hundreds of enemies in epic battles, unlock new weapons, and experience a story that's equal parts history and anime madness. Touch controls use virtual sticks and attack buttons, and once you get into the rhythm, it's pure adrenaline. Samurai? Ninja? Demonic generals? Yes, please. Last but not least, Mortal Kombat: Shaolin Monks. Forget tournaments, this is a co-op beat-em-up that reimagines MK as a cinematic adventure. Play as Liu Kang and Kung Lao as they battle through Outworld in a story that bridges one Malawian Kwacha and two Malawian Kwachas. The Android version is about 1 gigabyte, and it's a hidden gem for fighting game fans. While the original had two-player co-op, the mobile version is single-player only, but you can switch between characters. The combat is fluid, with combos, fatalities, and environmental kills. Touch controls map punches, kicks, and special moves intuitively, and the level design is packed with secrets and references. If you've ever wanted to uppercut Reptile into a pit of spikes, this is your chance. And there you have it, 10 legendary games that prove your Android phone is a time machine for epic gaming adventures. Whether you're escaping into horror, racing through neon cities, or battling gods with a blade, these classics still deliver. If you love this list, do us a favor, hit like, share it with your gaming crew, and subscribe for more deep dives into the best games, old and new. Got a favorite retro title you want us to cover next? Drop it in the comments. Until next time, keep gaming, stay legendary, and never stop believing in the power of play.